Hi all, Teacher's Keeper here. In a couple of weeks I'm going to head back to work and I'm going to be sitting down with my principal and we're going to be planning the back to school staff development days and our staff retreat. Now it's about this time of the year when I start seeing all the memes pop up on Facebook and Instagram. You know, those memes that talk about how dread the back to school staff development days. Just let me get in my classroom. Or please don't make me participate in another team building activity. Well, being the person who's on the other side, who provides the staff development or who plans those team building activities, let me give you a little insight onto the other side. For one, it's tough work. It takes hours to plan one day. Now think about how much time you take to plan your lessons for a day, and then think about how those providing the staff development, how they have to plan for a whole day as well. Knowing that the people who are viewing it or receiving it or engaged in it are educators, and that they are generally critiquing every little thing that you do. And their mindset is on their classroom, not where they're at, not in the moment of the staff meeting or the staff development. So when I create a staff development day, I really want to use the time wisely and I want to make it enjoyable. I'll add a little humor here and there. I often bring food, that's always a great treat. Or I will just make sure that the topics are timely and are purposeful to what the staff is asking for. That being said, there are a lot of times when I have to do a staff development day based on what the district has said or the district wants us to know about. And I've also, on the other side, participate still in staff development days. And I have to check myself sometimes when I go in, because sometimes I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, ugh, this is not what I really want to hear. I've got other things to do. But I check myself because I know the hard work that goes behind it. And I know that if I have an open mind, I can walk away with some tidbit that I can use either in my job or that I can use to help another teacher. Now, with the team building activities, this last year, I was only able to do a short bit of a team building activity. We had a new principal and some things happened so that there was just not as much team building in our back to school days or in our staff retreat. And I noticed throughout the year that people kept asking, gosh, we just don't have any fun anymore. And everybody's so uptight and cranky, and there were starting to be cliques, and there were people who were constantly in a negative attitude. Well, at the beginning of the year, when we have those team building activities and then perhaps build on them or do some fun things later in the year, it really does build the team. Think about it. If the professional football players did not work as a team, didn't care about each other, didn't try to engage in fun things together, can you imagine what kind of a game that would be? The anger that would be on the field? Can you imagine what the scores might be? I don't think those games would be very successful. Those teams know the purpose of playing as a team, and they also know the value of having fun together. So when you go into those team building activities, don't think of it as another drudgery thing of, we got to do this, oh my goodness, this is really kind of stupid. But think of it as an opportunity to have fun, to lighten up, and to be with your staff, and to get to know people. For instance, at my school, we're probably going to have about a dozen new teachers, either new to teaching period or new to our school. We've got a lot of team building to do. Now, I don't know how much time we're going to get to do this in our retreat day, but I do know the importance of it. I know that when we see each other beyond the four walls of our classroom, when we see each other as a human being and have vulnerability and we see each other be silly or make mistakes, it says, you know what, that person next to me, they're human, and they're not the perfect teacher. They're not the perfect person. I've seen them make mistakes, and they came out of it laughing, and they came out of it going, oh, that was fun. Or, well, I'll never do that again. But they came out of it. They survived. We teachers get into our classrooms, get in with our kids. These are our kids. And don't anybody tell me how to teach my children. I know what's best for my students. And I know what I need to do. And we get in that room and we get isolated. And they say, research says that isolation is the biggest cause of teacher burnout. You need to have colleagues that you can trust, that you can rely on, that you can have fun with, that you can share your goals, you can share your downfalls, and you can share your triumphs. Having those people in your life, in your working life, or maybe even your personal life too, but mostly in your working life, you are going to feel so much better about your school year. Don't isolate yourself. Reach out. Be a friend to other people, and they in turn will build a friendship with you. So when you have those team building activities, just know that this is an opportunity to see each other as humans, to see each other in a light that is not professional. We must put on our best face. We must do the right things and have all the learning targets and make sure our lesson plans are perfect. It's a time to relax and be yourself, because in the hard times of the year, you're going to need somebody that you can trust, somebody you can rely on, and somebody that you can celebrate with. And having at least one friend at your workplace is going to make your school year so much better. So team building activity. It may be goofy. I remember one year we made a building handshake, and it was the official handshake for the year. Another time we did some STEAM activities, otherwise known as STEM. And some other times we played some relays and did some really goofy things. But the year that we didn't do very much, I noticed a significant difference in people's attitudes. And I wonder if it's part of the reason why some people left last June. They didn't feel a part of a community. They didn't feel like they were respected or heard or cared about. But the years that we did those silly team building activities, people enjoyed their job. And that's one of my goals this year, is to help people enjoy their work and be successful at what they do. But I know that comes with building relationships. And one of the ways to start building relationships is to be goofy together, to be vulnerable together. So, all that to be said, when you go to your back to school staff development days, or you have team building activities, instead of going in with the mindset of, I could write a meme about this, go to it with the idea that, okay, I'm going to try to meet somebody new. Or maybe there's a new person over there and they don't know anybody. I'm going to befriend them because I know they need somebody this year. And I might just need them too. Trust me, when you isolate yourself and you put up a wall, your burnout will come faster. Your stress with your students will be harder. But when you build relationships with your colleagues, have lunch with them, be silly with them, whine and complain with them, or celebrate with them on all the little things, your year is going to feel tremendously better. So I encourage you, as you go back to school, think about the days and come in with an open mind. Look for friendship, look for learning, and look for a community. If you don't seem to have it, maybe you can be the instigator to build your community. Not every school has an instructional coach or a principal who is open to community building and having fun, but maybe you could be the person that will say, you know what, I want my students to have fun in my classroom. I want them to learn and be engaged. Why not do the same for my colleagues? And build a relationship with them. Enjoy your year. Don't make it more stressful for yourself. Have somebody to rely on. Lot said, Enjoy your back to school, build friendships, and I'll see you next time. Bye.